Hi, I'm up here. So it's 2:16 p.m. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a better angle with the cup holders here. I got work to do, so I'm not worried about that. That better angle. I'll just have to look at my midriff, my sexy midriff, and a safety vest. I wish there was nobody coming around me on the right here. Pulling this from a return line, and there's actively people coming in and doing returns. I'm about to direct people into the line to the right of me. This one says exchange brake issue. Some blinky lights here. This could be Andre and a shag. Okay. It looks like somebody's shag just got left behind there. It's sitting there with the blinkers on. Wow. I see what they mean by brake issue. These brakes are beyond touchy. And it could be on this sort of Jeep. This is just how they're supposed to be. But I get the renter not liking it. All right, that was Steve honking at me, I think. So yeah, today just took a turn for the gross. I'm still a little grossed out. So I came in to find out that there's pizza. I wish I'd have known that before I spent money at Burger King. Walk in. Andre's sitting outside the break room. Oh yeah, his brakes are crazy touchy. Sitting outside the break room in a shack. Just sitting there. I gotta go in and clock in anyway, so I just kind of wave at him and go in. And he'd waved at me. Collie's sitting at a break room table, just kind of staring into space, which he does a lot of staring into space. And with Collie, a lot of times it just seems like the lights are on, but nobody's home. Wow, they're actually making progress and pouring some cement on the Tesla supercharger project. That's cool. So it looks like the one maintenance car that I parked at the charger is still sitting here. That's good. I should probably move that while I'm here. Although I think Steve is following right behind me in a shag. So anyway, about the time I see Collie, Steve's like, hey, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Wow, these brakes this is obnoxious. Yeah, I totally get the renter not wanting this. I wouldn't want to be driving this around town either. He just barely touched the pedal and it just grips. About stops the vehicle. Wow. I can't believe Steve's asking me where to put that vehicle. Dude, you barfed on it. Put it with the dirty cars. Oh, I just cut to the chase there, didn't I? Hang on, did I remember to put my hat on? Yes, it did. We got a pink hat here, and I think that was the last pink hat in this stack already. It's too early for this area to be running out of pink hats. Oh, so yeah, Steve's like, hey, get your pizza. So I went and get my pizza. Oh yeah, I'm getting my pizza. And oh, there's that Subaru that had to be jump started last night. It's down here dead with the hood popped. I saw that coming. Oh God, I hate this song. I don't understand why that song is so popular. absolutely hideously awful. All right, I got a check engine light. And it says power is reduced. And there's also a thing popping up that says service ESC, whatever the hell that means. I saw that written on a window the other day, and I was kind of bewildered by what it meant. That's the first time I've seen it pop up on the screen of a car. It's a Chevy Malibu. Nothing remotely unusual about it. I drive so many of these Chevy Malibus in a given day. So as I was saying, went in, got my pizza. Steve was heading out the door. He said that Keontae was waiting in the shag as a black car. So, given the choice between rolling with them and rolling with Collie and Andre, I'd rather roll around with Keontae and Steve, especially since it's just going to be Steve and I after 4:30 anyway. But I had no idea what was to come. So we roll out, heading upstairs, find some maintenance cars. And Steve's asking me what the job was like at Factor over the weekend. So I'm giving him a rundown of what it was like working at Factor, and the pay and where it was and whatnot. Kind of provided a little comic relief by having no idea where Goodyear or Avondale is. So is that up by Flagstaff? Really? Some people are absolutely dependent on GPS to tell them where anything is, I guess. That's damn. The road completely blocked up in the garage, by the way, so I'm having to use the first lane over. And speaking of the first lane over, I'm getting to that. So we drive all the way to dollar returns. There's nothing in the Hertz maintenance line, nothing in the dollar return maintenance line. So Steve is driving back. Keontae's getting all comfy in the back seat, which sometimes he'll do that towards the end of his shift. He'll get super lazy at the end of his shift, and that's fine. He's generally working by himself, doing a lot of walking in most of his shifts. So if he wants to relax, I don't blame him. So that's fine. I got in the front. I'm telling Steve about what it's like working at Factor, and when Keontae's commenting about, holy crap, that's really far, I was like, yeah, it's really far, but I mean, $171 for a single shift, that's worth the drive for me. So I wouldn't want to do it every day, but yeah, get that done on a Saturday. We're talking, we're driving back and driving down the first row that I just drove through because the road is blocked with lined up cars. And out of nowhere, just completely unexpected, got the golf cart coming right at me. Heaven forbid Steve get out the car and get his own hat. I feel bad for Steve. He can't walk so good. So anyway, speaking of Steve, out of nowhere, he opens the driver door, stops right in front of a I don't think there was actually a rental car in that stall, but I mean, right in front of stalls on that row. It just starts barfing. And we're not talking a little bit of spit up. I mean, just talking just blah, 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 just sea of barf. And I'm starting to get a little nauseous from it. And I'm glad Keontae kind of took the lead on that, because he just goes, nope, I'm out, and ejects out the back seat and starts walking off. And I'm like, yeah, me too. And I just walked out with him. There's more, but they're waiting for me. I gotta park this car, but yeah, we're off to a pretty disgusting start here, to put it mildly. So I don't know what kind of sick Steve has, but I can't hang with it. Keontae's already gone home for the night. It's 4 something. Starting a Hyundai right now. There'll be a clock on in a moment.
Down into the low 50s, and then for your Wednesday, plenty of sun, and those temperatures in the mid 70s. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Whole Foods Market.
4:23 p.m. and Keontae left about 4. And for the most part, Steve's just been kind of stopping places and doing nothing, which I'm not so fond of, but I found some AirPods in the car a little while ago. So I've been using those and trying to edit the next chapter of my vlog, which I'm going to post online, because it's taken me a while to get that done. And I'm starting to lose ground on all the ground I've been gaining, trying to get these things current again. So I've just been working on that and letting Steve do what Steve does, which is mostly drive aimlessly and stop and sit. I did move a couple of cars that were right outside where we were. I'm like, hey, I got to do this, I got to do that. And got the one... Yeah, check this out. This is Steve's big fucking sea of barf that he left at stall 903. And he didn't tell nobody about it. He just fucking left it there. It's absolutely disgusting. See that? It's a lot. It's really a lot. And nobody's used the stalls 903 or 905 as a result. I don't know who's going to clean that up. Steve obviously has no interest in cleaning up his own mess. Anyway, we're rolling with him, shotgun. I've told him several times, dude, you need to clean out your mouth so you ain't got barf breath. He's rolling up alongside the returns near the office, and just out of nowhere, while he's driving, he just leans over like this and just starts vomiting all over the place. I'm just like, stop, fuck's sake. And he stopped the car, and I'm like, I'm out. I just started walking. I can't. Yeah, that's a hostile work environment. I'm the kind that if there's people around me barfing, I'm highly liable to start barfing myself, but I'm still feeling nauseous from being there in the car while he's doing that. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, so, yeah, when Keontae and I bailed out from him, and him making the giant sea of barf over there in stall 903, I started walking towards because at that point I was kind of struggling not to barf myself, and I just wanted some water. So I was walking over by where Mercedes works and hoping she had some cold water over there. And I did see her. I checked the one cooler. It had water in it, but it didn't have ice in it, so it was not cool in the cooler. So anyway, from there I walked around, found myself a maintenance car. I was actually shooting video when this happened. When I got down to the gatekeeper with the maintenance car, Steve rolls up, hands me the paper slip out of the car, and asks me what he's supposed to do with it. It's like, well, the slip says it's okay to rent, but obviously it's not okay to rent. You just barfed all over the side of it. Hello, put it in the dirties. Maybe look how much barf you got on the car and consider whether or not you should take it to detail. Like, really? You need me to explain that to you? But apparently you need somebody to explain to him that if you feel like you're going to throw up, go to the fucking bathroom or at least the trash can. So grossed out by this. Absolutely grossed out by this. Alright, I'll try to recover. Oh no, he did not follow me. Dude, no. He's sitting there like I'm going to get in that fucking barf mobile with him. That's not happening. So it's 5:16 p.m. Steve actually came up to me a second time while I was moving cars out of the gatekeeper, expecting me to get in that car. He barfed all in. And there it is. It's a gold Malibu. He left it in a place that's not even a line, with the flashers on. Hazard light flashers on. I'm not touching that car. I'm way too grossed out by that. VIR windshield crack. Yeah, it's got a crack all right. We got here an engine cover in rear trunk. It's an HRV. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Must have come off the bottom of the vehicle. I'd give this one a pink hat. There's no pink hats right now at the front end of the gatekeeper line, and down if I'm driving this all the way to the other end of the gatekeeper line to get one. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'd already talked to somebody. The lead who I ran into yesterday does the out-of-town stuff, as well as the really cute chick that works in the office whose name I can never remember. Talked to them both, and I wasn't really trying to make an issue about Steve, but you know, if he can't take responsibility for his own illness and go home, I can't be around somebody that's projectile vomiting at any given moment without warning. I can't handle that. Yeah. So they walked in and asked what was up with me, so I told them what was going on. They're like, oh yeah, no, Steve's got to go home. We'll tell him, are you going home? I'm like, no, I'm fine. I just can't be working with Steve. I don't know what the fuck he's got, but I don't want it. I can't be in a car where he could be just suddenly projectile vomiting at any moment. I said, oh yeah, we'll get a hold of him later. He needs to go home. And it's probably 20 minutes after that I was moving cars out of the gatekeeper, and he rolled up on me in that car, which is the same car he barfed in. I was like literally rolling around in his own barf or what, but that's absolutely disgusting. Anyway, he's got it at the back end of the PM line, facing the wrong way. I'm leaving that car there just like it is all night. I'm way too grossed out by that. I mean, I'm a big believer, if you make a mess, it's that disgusting, you need to clean up your own shit. I'm not his mom, I'm not his wife. I ain't dealing with that.